Again, hello everyone. This time I will be reviewing all the commands that I have. Some I already demonstrated and explained, and I will complete it for the remaining commands that I have indicated in the list that the file that I uploaded in Canvas. So let us start uh, from uh, reviewing the object snap. So again, for the object snap, remember that it was explained to you already on how to set the object snap by going to the tools, and then under it you go to drafting setting, and then you can select the options here. Alright, so that's one thing. And then of course the function of that is that if you like, for example, to draw another entity, you can either select endpoints or like midpoint or perpendicular. So it will depend on your selected options there inside object snap. So like this one, it's perpendicular, but the midpoint of your other line is there. So that is the function. And for your circle, of course, like you can start if you have some reference already like that. So midpoint, you can start from midpoint here, and then you can make your circle. So that is for the object snap. Okay, so here are the options: center, endpoint, mid, and so on. Then coordinate system, I already explained this, that you can enter your or put an input for your x and y coordinates. Working area, I also explained this, that your working area is this drawing space. And then in the video, recent video, I explained to you on how to set up the drawing limits from the lower corner here up to here. So which is, we set the paper size, which is A3. So from 0 0, then the coordinate on top here is your x is 420, then your y from here going up, your y is 297. So that is our drawing limits. And then of course I explained on how to create the template. Alright, so that is for the working area. And for your grid, initially when I started this template, when I open a new drawing, the grid shows something like this. Alright, and by pressing F7, you can turn on and turn off this grid, imaginary grid line. So it's just appear when you press F7. Alright, so we don't need that one. And then for your snap, I also explained that you can set the movement of your mouse lock to a certain distance. So in order to set that, you need to go to tools, drafting setting, and then snap grid here. So mine is, it was set to 10. So meaning if I turn this on, my mouse will just move to a certain uh, distance here, which is 10. So but normally I don't turn it to on mode. I always put that into off. Okay, so that's how the object snap setting is, or snap mode. Then the next command, let me check for review, or to, you already know this, F8. This is to lock your cursor movement of horizontal and vertical. Then units command, units is if you, when you select what unit you use, either metric or English. So metric means meter, millimeter, centimeter. English means inches, feet, like that. Layering techniques, I already demonstrated this when creating the title block or your template. And then editing techniques, move, we already applied by moving one object to another. Alright, so the next page, this is just a review for the page 1 to 4. Then copy command, of course, you just click your object that's being created already, and then all you need to do is just copy. Like for example, we have a circle here, it was created before. Then you want to copy this, all you need to do is highlight that object and then use command copy, and then you can copy that into multiple copy, like that. All right, so that's how you use the copy command. Array, I already explained this, no need to elaborate. Then fillet is the corner of your objects that uh, you want to modify. So it was applied to a rectangle or square, wherein you can modify the corners, either a rounded one or a certain angle, or that. So by doing that, you can either go here, so fillet, and then another one is chamfer. So for fillet, all you need to do is just enter the radius, so R, and whatever your radius is, like 2 for example, then like that. So that radius is 2 units. Alright, so that's for fillet. And then of course uh, for the chamfer, all you need to do is just click this icon, and then enter the D for distance, and then you have to enter the distance from the corner, so like 5, and another one is 10, and then you select one of the corners, like that. If you want it to be equal, all you need to do is just enter the equal number or distance. So type D for distance, and then your distance will be 10 and 10. So then once you click that one, it will be in a 45 degrees angle, so equal distance. So that's how chamfer functions. And then the next command, page 4, in your reference, page 4, trim, we already demonstrated that. I already demonstrated rotate, mirror, and offset. Again, I have to do it for your review. Trim, if you have something already existing, like that one, you need to remove this part and this part. So all you need to do is look for part that you can use to trim that portion. So like these two lines, we can use it. So trim, click this, then enter, and then click the portion where you want to remove or trim. So that's how trim function. And rotate, of course, let's say we will rotate this into 90 degrees. So all you need to do is highlight, and then type your command rotate, and then select the point where you want to rotate, or that is actually your pivot point. So let's say I will rotate this whole item from this point. So click. Now when I rotate, it is locked to 90 degrees, or horizontal and vertical only. If I want to unlock, I just press F8 for my orthogonal lock. So I can enter any angle I want. So like if I enter 90, of course it will go this way. 180, it will go this way. and 270 will be like that. So what if I will enter only certain angle like 45, so I'll just type the angle 45. So that's how rotate works. All right. So mirror, we already uh, discussed this also last time. So mirror is just an of course, what is mirror is your reflection. So in an inverted image. So if we mirror this whole thing, mirror command is here. You can check this icon, or you can type in the command also mirror. So if I now I am asked where is the point that I want to mirror. So for example, I will select it here. So since my orthogonal is unlocked, I can rotate to any angle. But if I want to mirror it on in a horizontal way, I can lock my orthogonal function. So you see my movement is only this way. And even I can move it horizontally. So I can mirror the existing object. I can mirror it in a vertical way or in a horizontal way. So if vertical, I can just bring my mouse up and then click, and then I am asked if I want to erase the previous object or I can keep it. So if I said yes, the whole object will be copied in symmetrically, and then remove the old one. So you see, so that's mirror function. Offset, I also demonstrated this last time. By the way, this one they are highlighting these three lines because originally I created this using the rectangle command. But if I created this in by lines, meaning I can click only one of the lines. So but since it was created as triangle, sorry, rectangle, keep it still keep as one object, like this one also. We just trim it. So the offset command functions to any object like circle, rectangle, or even lines. So in order for you to use offset is you can use this icon or type O as your command, O offset, enter, and then you have to specify your distance. Let's say this one we will offset this into 2 with a 2 unit distance. Then click this one, then like that. So similar to copy, but with a specific distance. Also this one you can offset out and then offset in, like that. So all you need to do is just specify the distance of the object from the original object. All right, so that's offset. Page 5, this one we did not discuss this last time because we stopped up to page 4 only. So I will remove this or erase. Extend. So if you have these lines, for example, okay, you want to extend it up to here or even up to here. So let's say these three lines will extend up to here, and these three lines will extend up to here. So your command should be extend rather, extend, E or EX, enter, and then you have to select the part of your drawing wherein you want to extend certain objects. So as I said, we will extend this tree up to here. So I will select this object as the limit for my extension, and then I have to enter, and then select this one, select, enter. So I already extended the 3 lines up to there, and these 3 lines, if I extend up to here, again I will use extend command, and then click this one, enter, and then highlight this, like that. So that's how extend command works. So I'll delete this one. That's for extend, and then explode, scale, inquiry. So for explode, normally it is applied to a portion of your drawing which is group, or like your rectangle. It is considered group because rectangle is considered as a composition of lines. So group of 4 lines. So meaning if we explode this, it will be exploded into 4 individual lines. So what you'll do, explode, you will use explode, explode is here. Okay, explode, then if you click this one, click and then enter, explode select object, so we already selected, and then enter. So my previously one entity as rectangle now becomes 4 individual lines. So that's how explode works. So remember, one example, remember when I demonstrated this in the video, it was created individually with lines and even the lettering here or our text, and importing the logo. So I already make this as a block or group. So if you want to bring this back again, you can use explode. Alright, so see, follow, check what I'm doing. Explode, click, and then I will click this one. You see it's being highlighted, everything. Then if I enter, if I press enter, now I can click. So this one, it goes back to the original creation that I use as rectangle. So I can move this one now from these entities, and even our text I can move individually like that, even this one like that, because it was being exploded. Alright, so that's how you explode certain group objects. So I use undo to bring it back. Okay, undo, I just type in U, enter like that. Okay, so the next command is scale. So scale, I think one of my demonstration last time, I already demonstrated this scale. So like this one, you want to double the size of these two entities, all you need to do is just highlight and then type in SC for scale, enter, and then click somewhere else, and then you see it's moving, or you can increase or either decrease. So by putting the input as your scale, you will adjust, or you will resize your size, the original size of your object. For example, I want to make it double, so I'll just press or enter 2 and type in 2 and enter. So the previous size was doubled. So like if you want it to enter any figure there, or any numerical figure like 5, it will be multiplied into 5 times. So if I check, if I press or use undo to bring back the original size, enter, it will make it smaller. So here again, SC, if I click 5 for example, it will be more bigger, so like that. So that's the function of scale. Alright, so scale, and then what is the next one? Inquiry. Inquiry, if you want to check the details of your entities or drawing. So like lines, for example, I have line here, I have circle here, I have rectangle here, and I have octagon or yeah, octagon. So octagon is 8. Inscribe like that. Okay. So to check, I uh, I created this without putting any specific dimension or length for the line. So I can check by using inquiry command. Actually, you can go here for the inquiry. It is a special function. Uh, Drawing utilities. Where is that? Because I seldom use that one. Audit purge. Actually, it's similar to better use list or li command like this one, because that's same function. So list, enter, and then click this one. Then if you enter, it will show you the details of that object, like what is this one. So it is line, and then it was an under layer rad title block, which is here. And then what is the location? So it is shown your x and y coordinates, and then the exact location of your line, which is your starting point is here, and then your end point is here. So everything is shown here. Then the length of your line is also shown, and then the angle, which is 0, or in perfect horizontal position, and then everything that you need to check are here. So even my file, it is also uh, reflected here. So enter. If I check all this also by using li as list, like that. So see, area, even the area is there, perimeter, and then all the sides coordinates are showing, right? So that is the function. Circle, enter, list also. So it appears circle, and then the radius is given or indicated 43.6570 circumference, and then even the area. So that's how inquiry functions or list. And the last one is the square or the rectangle. So it appears here that it has an area of 2517, then perimeter, total length of the four sides are shown, and then the coordinates of the four sides. So that's how list functions or inquiry. Okay, so I'll delete this again to proceed with another commands. So we've done page 5. I'll proceed with page 6. So page 6, we have these blocking techniques, and uh, under blocking techniques we have block command and then w block, which we already applied to our title block. So to do another demonstration, other than in our title block, I will show it to you. I'll create circle again, rectangle, lines, and again another polygon. I'll enter 6 for hexagon, inscribe, and then I'll put this. So check every time I click, so only individually, I mean it will uh, or it is considered an individual entity, like line, and then hexagon, rectangle, and then circle. But if we block this one, okay, to block, remember when you block your title block, your template, you just highlight and then go to modify, and then go to object, under object select block description. So it will be, you can name that. So let's say assorted, shapes, or just assorted, just for file name. and then you press enter. So observe now, when I click this one, everything will be highlighted because they are already considered as black. So if I move, I use command move, everything will move because they are locked or in a block, right? So that's then if you want to bring it back again to normal one, use explode, or if you don't want but you need to change something here, try to recall when I give you an instruction for editing. So all you need to do is just click this and then right click your mouse and then look for this edit block in place and then enter. Your file name will appear assorted. Okay, now you can click individually like that. So let's say you want to make this shorter and then you want to remove using trim, you want to remove something inside the square like that, and then like this, like that. So your rectangle is clear now. So and then after that you can right click, close reference edit session, save reference edits, and then okay. So now again it goes back to a black mode, or your object is black already. So that's how black functions. All right, so again, as an example, if you want to separate each of the object, you can just click this one and just explode by typing X, enter. So you can move each item individually like that. Okay, so there you go. Now we will go to the next page, which is insert and then hatching technique. Okay, insert first. Insert means you can bring in some part of the drawings, or some drawings inside your drawing area. So where this is, that is only applied if you have already existing drawings before. So like for example, I want to insert the previous drawing, the contents of my plate number 1 and 2. So your plate number 1 and 2, you have to look for that. Like, okay, the insert command is here. Okay, insert, then enter. Sorry, insert. Then after insert, a window will appear. So it shows our previous item that was created, but I need to insert the specific file. So I have to browse it. I have to look from my folders or from my files. So where did I put that file? So in my file, I put it here, plates, and then it's plate number 1 and 2, and then the content of that you see here, it appears that I'm looking for this file. So then after that, after you locate your file, open, and then okay, then wait for that. See, uh, it can be seen already here. So you can either put that in a specific location, or you can just put it anywhere. So for example, I just put it here. I don't want to be overlapping. Click, and then there you go. So it is black because it's one file. Okay, so if I overlay this like that, so it is already inside my drawing area. So you can see that the texts are overlapping because the setup are different. Even the sizes of the font is different, or the text. So that's how you import your drawing from one file to your file. So take note, I have to tell you this. So the the reason why I ask you to create your own template is that if you check the layer here now, it becomes more. Okay, so that's what I have already mentioned to you last time, that if you want to bring something else other than your template, I will know, or obviously I will know that you did something that it is not inside your drawing area. So because I brought in my old file, all the entities that I made on that file comes in with my new file. So previously, I remember you only created, or I only created certain layers, but now becomes more. So that's the problem if you import a lot of things inside your existing or your new drawing. So of course, to avoid that, don't put or don't import any drawings for your plate. When you are doing your own, then you can do that. I just tell you on how to use the insert command. Alright, so if I undo, I have to undo multiple times. I will check my layer. Now it goes back to normal. Those layers that I viewed a while ago is not here anymore because the thing that I imported here is no longer is doesn't exist here. Okay, so that's one thing that you need to remember. Okay, so that's insert, or that's how insert function. Then the next one command is hatch or hatching technique. This hatch is to fill in uh, like and again I need to create uh, some uh, shapes. So we will use this previous shape that I created. Okay, so for example, this one, I need to fill in with solid color in this area, and then I need to fill in like diagonal lines on this area, and this here I need to fill in with some patterns. So we will try. So this one I need to fill in again solid color. So all I need to do is go here. You can check here hatch. Okay, and then what the computer asks you, you need to select the pattern. So I can go here. Okay, here you will be asked what pattern you would like to use. So there are default patterns here, but since I need to fill in this with solid color, I will select solid, then okay. Then you will be asked solid. You see solid appears already here. So what color do I need to fill in? Let's say I will use red. Okay, then that's the time that I need to add pick points. So I need to click this one and then click this area. You see, uh, by not by just pointing my mouse, it already appeared there. So just click and then see the area is being highlighted, and then when you press enter, enter and enter again, see it's being filled with red color. So here we need to fill in with diagonal lines. So all you need to do is go there again, hatch, then change the swatch. So diagonal lines can be found here. So let's say we will use this one. Okay, and then similar to the color, you have to add pick points, and then you select this one. You see it is there already, and then enter again. Okay, the reason why that box shown before you enter again is because you can edit these distances or the distance of this diagonal line, but you can do that also after you enter. You can double click this one and then that window will come out. You see, you can change the scale. So if you want to double that distance, you can just enter 2. You see, the distance changes automatically after you enter the size or distance. So here we need to fill in, as I mentioned, we need to fill in another pattern. So again, we'll go to hatch and then change the swatch. We can look another pattern here. Okay, for example, this one, bricks or blocks. Enter, and then similar to the previous two, add select points, and then I will point my mouse here. Enter. So you see it is only showing one line because the scale is too big. So all you need to do is change the scale by clicking or double clicking. So one is, because one is bigger, you can reduce it to 0.25, for example. Enter. So now it's the lines shown here. There is already one line showing above. So it looks still bigger. So you have to check again. So we will make this a little smaller. So 0.05, for example. Okay. So there it is. You can view already the pattern, which is a block pattern. So that's how hatching techniques works. All right. So hatching technique, that's page 7. So I will proceed to page 8, the last page. Okay, so dimensioning. Dimensioning, this is the one I mentioned earlier. I mean, in my previous video on how to create the template. This, we need to create our dimension, standard dimension for your drawing. So basically, even if you don't set the dimension, you can actually go directly to these icons, dimension icons, wherein you can just select. Okay, but this dimension can be set according to the user's what should I say, uh, convenience, or whatever he chooses, which is good for his use. So in order to set that, because like for example this arrow here, you can choose whatever you want, either circle or slanting line or any other setup. So in order to set this up, all you need to do is just go to uh, dimension and then select dimension style. So here, whatever that you can see here, you can add on another one. You can set new so that it will be your setup. So disregard whatever is there. So just select new, and then this one will come out. So whatever is there, uh, just because it will start with the whatever is here. If it is only standard, because here it appears that there is an ISO 25, which I think I've got it from importing the other drawing. So here you need to customize your dimension, like similar to my layer. I will use RAD as my code, and then I'll use dimension, RAD dimension 1:1, like that, and then I will press continue. Sorry, those characters are not, they are not accepted by the computer. So I'll just use dimension 1. Continue. Okay. Then I will set this as current. Sorry. The setup will be here. Okay, so first set the line. Of course, we need to set the color to make it lighter. that appears on our screen, we will use different color. So we can use either, I think, 8. We will use 8 so that it will be gray in color when you print. Then enter, so it will be gray. Extension line also, because this is dimension line, extension line will be the same. Select color 8, enter. So they are both 8 now. And then line type, of course, just keep it by block by block. Extend beyond text. You can use like baseline spacing. Disregard this one, extend, because there are other setting. Extend beyond dimension line, this is make it 1. Okay, offset from the origin, make it 0.5 probably, or we will check later. Okay, so once you've done that, go to symbols and arrows. So here, this is the one which I said, this is a closed field type of your dimension, which is this one. If you want to change, I'd recommend that small blank, this one. Click this one, and then automatically both will be the same. And then this one, leader line, this is the leader line. You can change this one also to that small blank. And then arrow size, the arrow size which I've set last time, I will make it 1.5. Then center marks, I'll set to 3. And then radius, dimension, this is okay. Text, 1.5, this is okay. And then after that, you go to text. So standard text, use color. We'll use this one to make it highlighted in our drawing area. So we'll use cyan. And then text height, we will use 2.5. So this is okay. And then overall scale is here. So text align with dimension line, offset, this is fine. And then we'll proceed to fit. So fit, we need to set this one, which is already 1. So meaning our unit is, or our scale is 1. So if we enter something or whatever the numerical number we enter, it will be the size of our object. So once you've done that, the rest is okay. If you want to set the decimal, you can set it up, round off to 0, precision 2 zeros, that's fine. Here 0 0, okay, that's fine. And then after that, if nothing, you just click OK. And then you see the dimension type that I created, it appears already here. So I can use that already in my drawing, and then I can set that as current, and then close. So now you see here my current dimension, because I set it to current, it appears already here. So every time I use a command or a dimension, it appears to be my setup already. So you see, it is different from the other one. So here, same figure but different color. If you choose or select another font or text on this one, you can go back to that dimension style, and then you can modify, and then this box will appear. So you can go back to text style, you can select style here. Okay, so the reason why this one appears, because we choose Arial. So we can choose I normally use Times Roman. where is that? ST times Roman single stroke. We'll hit select here. It's not here anymore. Times Roman ST. It's here. Oh, better to use. I think Arial will be okay, but I use Calibri, so I can use that one. And then the height we will use 2.5, and then upside down this is okay, backwards this is okay. So apply and then close. And if we want to make or without decimal, we can use the primary units to 0 here. You see, no more decimal. But of course, if you want to make it sure that your dimensioning is correct, better to have these uh, decimal points. But for now, since you are doing a small objects, just put 0 first, then later on you can use that 2 decimal uh, dimension. And you notice that the separation is in comma because the setup here is comma, so we can use period on that. And then okay, definitely those will be changed, ma-change na siya supposed to be. So but because we set it into full without decimal order, so it now becomes 50 instead of 49.94. So that's how you set up your dimension lines. So everything is set, meaning you can use already your dimension lines to all your drawing. So after that, of course, uh, you're done with your, once you put dimension of your drawing, you are done with, you're done for submission. So just explore some other types of dimension here, because there are a lot of options in dimensioning. Like this one, we are using linear. You see that linear, and then there is an aligned. Aligned means whatever the angle of your object or figure, it will follow. Like this one, I use linear, so when I put dimension to this, it will be parallel to that side, like that. Centering of circle, like this, and then you click the circle, it will show the center of the circle, and then the diameter or radius rather, it will show like that. Okay. Angle, we'll see if where we can use angle. This angle inside our hexagon, we can click this one and then click one side and click the other side. See, your angle is 120. So those are the options of the dimensioning. All right. So I think I've done or I've already demonstrated everything in that command list. So all you need to do is just execute or perform whatever things that I've required you to do, because I've already uh, explained and demonstrated most of the commands that are basic commands that being used in AutoCAD. So the rest you can learn it along the way, because you already know all the basics, then meaning you can do whatever things that I'm going to give you to do in your plates. All right. So my video will end here, and Looking forward for your plates to be submitted. Thank you and see you in our class.